This is Ice-T,
Stone Cold Steve Austin, and
Matty Ice.
this is a cold call.
I convinced NFL teams to turn to cold water washing with Tide.
The NFL, your uniforms get dirty.
Tide can handle it, even in cold. Plus, if fans join in, they can save up to $150 on their energy bill.
Looks like you just made the team, rookie.
Turn to cold with Tide.
And that's the bottom line.
For great savings, buy Tide Hygienic Clean at Target.
Energy savings based on average when switching from hot to cold and non-HE.
Life is already full of surprises, but your tuition shouldn't be one of them. At University of Phoenix, you can count on fixed, affordable tuition from enrollment to the day you graduate from your program. Learn more at phoenix.edu.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the US that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
Hey Spotifyers, click or tap the banner to listen to Daily Lift. Get in the zone with these current jams. Brought to you by Coca-Cola with Coffee. Great Coke taste infused with Brazilian coffee.
There we go. Now we have audio.
Hey, there we are.
I'm always so behind on like actually getting the audio up and running. Welcome in,
Yep.
everyone, to the 13th Retro Bros podcast. Only 13. I feel like we've done so many more than this, but I guess it kind of keeps us on track. This is episode. What did I say in the title? Episode 6 of season 2. There we go. I'm good at my job. Here with me today is MaybeScott. If I point that direction, then it will show up properly on screen. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yep, so I am MaybeScott. I am of Sardonic Gaming, so you can find us over on YouTube, formerly of Twitch. So, but yeah, I'll be on YouTube for now on.
Nice. Are you planning to do the stream swap?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It just seems like a good time, you know?
I mean, I really do enjoy streaming on YouTube more than on Twitch. A lot more. Like tens of more. I wouldn't say there's not a perfect platform for streaming. I like streaming on YouTube more.
No, I understand that. And like, I've definitely been looking at YouTube for a little bit. One of the guys over on Sardonic who also streams, Average Eric, he made the switch to YouTube probably a couple weeks ago now, and he's been praising it and like begging me to come over.
Dude, it's so hard getting our community of 3,300 followers from Twitch to like even open up the YouTube link. I'm like, y'all,
that's rough.
Open the YouTube. Yeah. That's where we're moving to. Like, we're getting out of Twitch entirely. Just subscribe to the YouTube. Like, yeah. Kyle Jolicoeur says,
wow, you actually said it right.
Beard. Jolicoeur? Is
well,
that...
sort of. Yeah, he's a little Frenchy boy. So that is Kyle. He's wonderful.
He's a good friend of yours?
Oh, real good.
Ooh. Like mwah good or just real good?
Just real good.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. See, all of my friends are the mwah real good. Like we have to like be pulled apart by our significant others because otherwise we'll be making out on the couch all night instead of working on YouTube projects.
You even asked me earlier, like, wait, you want to go more tame or like a little bit more weird? I'm like, let's go weird. We're getting weird now.
Listen. Like, number one supporter of MaybeScott.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the number one supporter of MaybeScott. Y'all don't know.
Yeah, Kyle.
I've been lurking. You don't know. You don't know me.
Kyle refuses to actually watch my content. He watches everybody else's content but mine.
Dude,
finds out that I'm on somebody else's podcast. Hey, I'll watch that podcast.
Dude, it's such a struggle because, like, I really appreciated when y'all at Sardonic were posting, like, even just irregular, like, shorts because, like, I can consume that media real fast and then move on with my life. But, like, when people make, like, full videos, I'm just like, that's like a 20-minute timestamp out of my day where I'm like, if I take my time to watch that, then I'll be 20 minutes behind on everything else, which will lead to an hour behind on everything else. And so, like, my ADHD brain does not compute.
So we've got like a little strategy with shorts, right? So
Right.
The way we've been using shorts is just taking funny parts of our videos and cutting those into shorts. It's like, oh, we got like a 20-30 second joke. There we go. There's a short.
Yeah.
And over the summer, we did the summer of shorts where
Dude, I loved that shit, dude. I cannot tell you how much I fucking loved it. Because, like, I'd pop open Twitter, and the first thing I see is Eric pisses off Scott. Scott pisses off Eric, going after the Scarab gun in Halo 2 and just getting launched off the fucking ledge.
So funny. And I mean, we're still making them, just we're taking a couple extra days off instead of posting every single day. And one of the things that we really wanted to focus on was for Twitter especially, I just want to just post the video. Conversion rate from like Twitter to YouTube is garbage. You post a YouTube link, nobody's gonna watch it.
No.
Like that's just my feeling on it.
No, you're right.
You post a funny video, and it's like, hey, maybe I'll get a follow out of it. And
here's my thing though, right? So I do post my videos straight to Twitter because but like our longer form videos, this stuff that is made for YouTube specifically. Yeah. I was actually looking at our algorithm, at our analytics on Retro Bros. The amount of people that like actually watch our videos are 33% Discord and 33% Twitter. Like that's a good rate of people coming in from outside sources.
Ours is garbage.
To be fair, I built such a I was about to say good soup. The good soup.
Nice soup. It's all marinating together, and you know, you get your vegetables, you get your meats.
Yo, do you
kind of floats together real nice?
Do you post on TikTok?
When we remember to.
So that's my thing, right? So I think of shorts, TikTok, and like Twitter videos as the exact same thing. They are the same thing. All I have to do, and on Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels, literally like those 5 platforms, like it's literally, all right, edit the video. I actually just do it on my phone because I don't have the patience to learn it on the computer, to learn that format. So I'll literally just edit it on my phone and then I'll be like, all right, post to TikTok. Grab the TikTok's like video because it has the little TikTok logo. Post that to Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and the reason that I do that where I grab the TikTok version is because it's just that one bit of advertisement, that one little at Retro
It just
Bros
puts your
Y2.
name on it.
It does, and like yeah, you could just post it up to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, and yes, your name is technically on it, but there's that one chance that that one person who would otherwise just swipe through your content would miss your name because they're not paying attention. But if they see it on the screen, they'll see Retro Bros YT and be like, maybe I'll check that out later. And then like flip open the TikTok. I have a follower, the first person to ever follow us on Twitch and YouTube from TikTok happened like yesterday. And I was just like, I'm feeling some good feels here.
So like, it's so bad, right? Like we're terrible at what we do. We really are. Because like that, like I'll even make it so when we do our shorts, I make sure to get one in the 16:9, like that 1920 by 1080. Yeah. And then I do one in the square format, the 1080 by 1080, and then I also do one in the 1080 by 1920.
Right.
And so I make all three of them, and our initial thought was we'll do the 16:9 on Twitter, and then like do the shorts for like the vertical for shorts and TikTok, and then the square for Instagram. Yeah, half the time we don't post to Instagram or TikTok, and it's like, you know, and then we just started posting the square to Twitter. It honestly just looks better.
So I need to try the square, but what I would suggest here, right? So Instagram actually has a separate posting thing aside from your like normal posts.
Yeah.
There's a separate section called Reels.
Yeah, it's stories or yeah.
No. It's separate from stories. There's your posts. Yeah. There's the stories and Reels. Reels is where you want to post it, and then you post it as like 3 or 4 separate like mini clips on the stories, and then you can add it as like a thing on your main profile, but I highly don't suggest that. I think that having them on their own reel page for people to swipe through, and then have your pictures and like longer form videos on your main page, and then your story have like a copy of your reels.
Man, like
learning all of this shit's
it's so hard, especially when it's like I can do like one or two things. It's like, okay, I got YouTube kind of down, I got Twitter kind of down, Instagram is completely foreign to me. TikTok, I've literally downloaded the app and then
your audio cut out there for half a second. So after you said you literally downloaded TikTok,
and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I downloaded TikTok and here we are. I haven't touched it.
Yeah,
I'm terrible when it comes to that.
That's the thing, is that I'm really bad about remembering what platforms Retro Bros is on. So you know what I did? I actually made a thing specifically so that I remember all of the platforms to check on regularly. A link tree.
Mm-hmm.
Now this doesn't.
We've got one. We just don't use it.
Make that your priority. Make Linktree your priority, because you know what you see when you open up Linktree? Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook page, like YouTube, Insta stories. Like literally, if you just put everything that you have, all your merch sites, all your donation links, all your affiliate links, if you just have all of that shit on a link tree, then you can't forget all of the stuff. And then like you just go through and you're like, oh man, like I forgot what things that I'm supposed to post this thing on. Open up Linktree. Oh, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook stories, YouTube, and Twitter. Boom. You have 6 platforms posting to 800 different people each. Because we're talking reach. We're not necessarily talking interaction rate. But we're talking like you get like 200 to 800 people seeing these things, seeing that they exist. And the more they see that it exists across all of the social media they use, the more likely it is they're going to click on your video the next time. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So you want to, I highly suggest like start posting your content. I need to get better about like actually doing reaction things on TikTok. As stupid as they sound, I want to like, when I see a stupid comment, I want to make a video reaction to somebody's stupid comment because it gets the views. And maybe that's not the right way to play it. I don't know. I've not done it because I'm like, I want to focus more on the stuff that I want to make rather than worrying about the toxicity that's on these other platforms, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm hesitant on that. I kind of want to do it, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe if I do like video reaction things like that, it'll be more focused towards content that I enjoy or like making something that I enjoy rather than caring about some little Jimmy complaining about some issue, you know?
No, I totally get it. I don't know. The social media is just a nightmare, you know?
Yeah. As the social media manager for Retro Bros, I can't say there's anything wrong about that statement. Social media is a fuck fest.
Like I feel like the one thing, so again, Sardonic is like just me and Eric, right? Essentially we're the only 2 people that work on that.
Right.
So we've both gotten pretty comfortable at editing.
Right.
He does, so to fill in all of your viewers, we do one series which is Master Chief Mondays, where we are trying to every single achievement in the Master Chief collection, which of all 700, the series is going to go on for quite a while.
Yeah.
Eric's been really mainlining that series.
Okay.
And the series that I've been working on that's now starting to come out, right now we've got 3 episodes. It's Codependent. It's all our like co-op games.
Okay.
Right? We've played Human Fall Flat because now it's October. We played Labyrinthian, and here's a little insider secret for y'all. We're gonna be playing Back for Blood. It comes out what, tomorrow? Tomorrow.
Is that out tomorrow? Really?
I think it's out tomorrow.
Oh fuck.
And yeah. So we're gonna be playing that, and we're gonna.
Oh, you cut out again. Audio's out.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Restart that sentence.
So we should be playing that soon and getting that out as soon as possible. I want to say next Friday. And those are the videos that I've been editing. And like at this point, we've got a pretty good handle on editing for ourselves. So we used to say, oh, first thing that we're going to get, like first hire we're going to make is an editor. I've done a complete 180 on that.
Yeah.
First hire I want is going to be like either a social media manager or like a production manager. Just somebody that posts all of our videos. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Like,
so as as the person who's in charge of paying 9 people, I will say hold off for a long time on that.
Oh, yeah.
So before you hire somebody else to do that kind of job, you want to get you and Eric into a position where you both can pay all of your bills comfortably off of your content. So what that means is not just, oh, you make $1,000, $2,000 a month, you can quit your job. No, we're talking $4,000 bare minimum each. So you need to be making $8,000 a month on the channel. Not to mention with this with the way that like YouTube works and payments work, you need to save like 30% of everything you make on your like job. This is a job. You need to save 30% of that and set that shit aside for taxes, dude. You will be taxed out the ass. Make sure you have receipts for everything you ever buy so that you can write that shit off. Because my fucking God, like if I didn't have the receipt for like my fucking any game that I buy with any intention to stream, if I didn't have the receipt for my GoPro or my ring light or for a new monitor, I would be fucked with taxes, dude. Tax season, it makes me so angry because it's like so many people don't know, and I never knew about taxes or how fucked I would be with taxes.
So I like my money.
Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily fond of Big Brother taking my money. So trust me, I've got all that covered.
Good.
I'm
glad.
They are not taking a single cent more than they need to.
Yeah, no, God, anytime that I'm like, I'm using this in a video, if I legit will record a video with that thing, even if that video never publishes, I record a video with it.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if somebody somewhere decides, well, I guess we're gonna have to tax. We're gonna have to do a tax check on you. I don't know what the fucking term is.
An audit.
Audit, yeah. Tax check. Yo, here's my tax check. But like if they ever audit me, it's like, yo, I have receipts for all of this shit, and I have video evidence proving that I had intended to use it for my work.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it never got used, that's another thing entirely. But I tried.
Man.
Oh.
That stuff. It's a lot. Like we were talking about this. Went live, like where everybody wants to do this, but they are not aware of the amount of stuff that comes along with it when you're talking about just workload, like taxes. Like, yeah, it you get your first payout and it's like, well, you might want to save a little bit of that because
I mean, if you don't save that first $100 payout on Twitch, like you better find a way to pull together $30 by the end of the year just in case Twitch decides or the fucking IRS decides to be like, hey, guess what? You didn't work this year, or you worked as a server this year. So you need to pay us all that. Plus, like, I saw you made like $100 on Twitch, and like, we want $30. We're not going to tell you that during the year when like you could have just had it taken out of your paychecks. No. We want that now at the most inconvenient time of the year. You haven't been working for 3 months because fucking
everything that's
Christmas
been going on in
vacation,
this world,
dude. Oh
or
my
yeah,
fucking God, dude. When I realized that like yearly January and February were fucked as far as hours go at every job you work. Like, I make sure I have a chunk of money set aside just for January and February, because, dude, hours get fucked then.
Well, it's because they load you up in December, November.
And then they're like, well, we can't pay you that much next month. And it's like, okay.
Honestly, the best way to avoid that is leaving retail. Like, here's your daily word of advice. Don't work retail. Like, to everybody out there in the world, it sucks. I mean, there's no avoiding it though, right? I feel like that's where most people get their start, either in the service industry or retail.
So I worked at a restaurant for 3 years. And
now as a server or
as a server. And I got to the point where they could not fire me. I had dug myself in. They couldn't fire me. They didn't like me because I abused whatever rules I could, because fuck capitalism. I'm all about fuck capitalism, but also give me some money. But I'm of the opinion, fuck capitalism, but give me some money, and I'll help out others when I can, financially and however. So like if a friend of mine is struggling financially and I have the ability to like give them $20 here and there without ever expecting it back, fuck, I'm handing them $20. I don't care. Like I want to be in that position where I can just give them $100 to fix a problem without it affecting me in the slightest. That's the only reason that I work as hard as I do. Like, obviously, I want things well for my wife and I, right? I want to get to that point where, like, we are good, even if we need to just hand someone $500. I don't think I'll ever get to the point where I can just casually hand someone $500 without expecting it back. But
unless you become like Mr. Beast. Like that,
dude,
that kind of stupid money.
He doesn't make a lot?
No, he probably doesn't make like himself, like his bottom line, like what he. No, there's no way that.
You keep cutting out. I don't know what's going on there, but
oh boy, it's either connection or the noise cancellation on Discord.
I think it's the noise cancellation.
So,
honestly.
Here, hang on. Let me get this a little bit closer then. So sorry if I'm like all of a sudden a lot louder, everybody.
You're all good. I can turn you down a little bit on stream.
So where were we going? Mr. Beast, right?
Yeah.
There's no way that Mr. Beast's take home is that high.
No,
because he's giving everything away, and I feel like that's most of his draw, right?
Yeah, and I mean he makes enough that he can like pay his bills.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's dumb enough to like just give all of that away. But like he
definitely gets a healthy salary. Like, I get paid this amount. This covers everything that I could ever. Everything else, it's in the business, and the business is giving away money.
Dude, so I legit want to be in that position where I can just like where all of my needs are met. I don't need a mansion, dude. I don't need a Lamborghini. I want money enough to buy like maybe at most like 15, 20 more cars throughout my lifetime, because you never know like if one car just decides to crap out on you. I want the money to just buy a new car that will last me 20 years, you know? Have 2 or 3 cars circulating so that I can get the jobs done that I need to get done, you know, shit like that. I don't need a Lamborghini. I could not care about like a mansion. I want like a 3-4 bedroom house. And then beyond that, like I want to just live comfortably.
Yeah, like I mean, like even right now. So the way I describe my situation is I'm in a comfortable situation.
Right.
Like my needs are met. I could 100% ask for more. Like there's always well, I could have a house instead of an apartment, or like right now my car, I've got a 2013 that I bought brand new. Right?
Yeah.
And
yeah, I saw it too. We'll respond to that in a second.
So like my car is a 2013 Mazda.
Okay.
So I bought that one brand new. I paid it off probably 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna hold on to this until there's something seriously wrong with it. Like once there's either engine or transmission problems or like serious chassis work that needs to be done.
Yeah.
I'm holding on to that thing as.
Yeah, no. I have owned 2 cars, both of which died on me within the first like year or so that I had them. I leased a car for 3 years. I wish I had just like done one of those lease to own fucking things on that car. I love that car to death. It was a Subaru Impreza 2017. I wish I had just leased to own that thing, dude, cuz the day when I don't know cars, the day I realized that I couldn't just pay for the rest of it at the end of my lease, when they were like, yeah, we're taking it back, and I'm like, hey, can I just buy this car? Because, you know, I've
like, I like it. Yeah.
I like this car. I want to just buy it outright. And they're like, nah. I'm like, you're breaking my heart. It's fucking
actually
surprising.
surprising.
Anakin. You're breaking my heart. I'm sorry. Sometimes I have to make those references. It's dumb. I know.
No, I love it because I immediately thought of the when they're on Naboo out in the fields and that meme, and it's like, so I'm paying for this car, I get to keep it, right? I get to keep it, right?
And it's just Anakin staring at her.
But the best way I have ever heard of it is if you're going to lease a car, you need to be planning on always leasing a car.
Yeah.
Like that's what you're going to do for the rest of your life. It's like renting. If you get an apartment, you live in it for a couple years, and then you go to another apartment. Like, and that's just kind of what you do. And then like if you want to own and you want it for quite a while, buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. My mother's always been into leasing cars, and I was like, I don't know, I'd buy my shit.
Yeah, so I was heavily pushing towards just leasing for the rest of my life, because so I don't know cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Part of the reason why I wanted to do that is because I don't have to worry about that car.
Yeah.
So long as I am within cell phone range, they can tow me back to the Subaru place. They'll just hand me the keys to a different vehicle, and I'll just drive another vehicle till they fix mine. That was what I liked about leasing that car, is that like I don't have to look under the hood for any reason whatsoever. With the current car I'm driving, it's a 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee. the blinkers on this thing wasn't working. I had to tear apart the dashboard, not knowing cars. I had to tear apart the dashboard to get this one piece, to take it out and replace it with a new piece, only to find that the original piece worked. I just had to jiggle the piece to get it to work. And I'm like,
yeah, it's the connections were off.
I'm not a fan of cars. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's not one of those things that I hyperfixate on. And I have ADHD. I need to hyperfixate on something to enjoy it, which is why YouTube became a thing, is because I just hyperfixated on it. And here I am 7-8 years later.
Yeah. And I mean, like that's back to the analogy of renting. Like it's like an apartment. Hey man, my washer's out. Can you fix it? Yep. All right, cool. Like, hey man, I don't know what's going on with this thing. Here's the keys. Figure it out in an hour. Like
exactly. Like, you don't have to pay the $300-$800 fees for somebody to come out and look at your water faucet just for them to tell you that you need to clean the water faucet.
Exactly.
But
I mean,
again,
you're still paying for maintenance, but whatever.
Right.
Like,
So you are paying that maintenance, but you're paying it over time, and it's not as like in your face payment. But in the long run, you pay more than if you like did those upfront payments right off the bat.
Yeah. And if you're looking at it like financially, you're not getting your you don't have like your assets building up and blah blah blah, all that.
Which is why health insurance is fucked, by the way. That's gonna be for an entire podcast of its own, like going off into health insurance shit. But
I don't know. I just blame the government on everything, so
me too. Me fucking too. Kyle said, don't worry, my income can be Scott's pay-in for taxes. I lease to own made buying a car cheaper after the lease. Dude, exactly. But is it actually cheaper because you paid the extra $200, $300 a month just to lease it, and then you paid like $15K versus the $20K that you would have spent up front? So realistically, you are spending more by leasing to own. And that's the catch, is you lease to own so that you don't have to make as big a payment up front at the cost of more money in the long run.
Yeah. And I mean, again, it like, does it make sense in some situations? Like it really does depend on what you're looking to get out of it, what your long-term and short-term goals are. And
that's the hard part of any investment of any kind, is like your long-term and short-term goals are different than mine. I guarantee it. Even if it has a general direction.
Yeah.
Like, maybe my goal is just, I need a car right now so that I can go work DoorDash, so that I can buy a new computer, whereas yours is like, I need this car to get me from point A to point B 3 times a week, and don't need it to last me anywhere as long, you know? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody's story is different. You paid half the car during lease financing would be more payment per month than starting as a lease. Again,
although that's true, if you look at yourself as a previous owner at the time of buying, you're actually worse off because how much the car has depreciated versus how much you have paid for it. So that's kind of, and that's where it gets real mathy.
Yeah,
and like
that's where you have to decide if spending the extra $2-3 grand is worth it for you, and if it is, go for it. Like
it also goes back to, if the lease at the time that you leased it, it was a good choice, okay, and at the time of the end of the lease, buying it is a better choice than leasing a new car. So be it. Whereas if you're looking to make that decision at the time of leasing the car, it's not a great decision.
Yeah.
And I don't know, cars are just awful.
Dude, cars
assets.
are literally the worst asset you can like invest in. Like that's why they say buy used cars, because like dude, like the prices for fucking cars is shot the moment it's driven off the lot.
Actually, right now, used cars are going for buku dollars. Like it's absolute. I mean, everything right now, right? Like everything is insane, and it all comes down to shortages and like COVID and all that stuff. There's not as many new cars coming in, so everybody's buying pre-owned, and it's just shooting the fucking money up. It's nuts,
dude. It just makes me so angry, because like it just makes me think of like the PS5. I've seen one PS5 since it came out in person. I have seen one Xbox Series S in person since it came out. And that's it. I've not seen any of the other consoles. I've not seen, like, I've seen the disc version of the PS5 at my wife's uncle's house, because he was like one of those guys that was like, I need this. I didn't have the money.
I'm gonna pay some scalper for it. And yeah,
I think he actually got it for like normal price, which is fucking wild, dude. That's wild.
Rare now. That's rare.
That was rare day one. like if you paid like normal price for a PS5 day one, I'm surprised. Just
it's so funny though. So I built my PC November 2019. Okay.
Yeah.
And like I bought fairly top end hardware for it. So I'm running with like I don't know if you know computer stuff super well, but I've got a 9700K.
Okay.
I've got a 2080 Ti. I think 32 gigs of RAM and blah blah blah, and like plenty of shit to go with it.
Yeah.
Kyle's PC is right up along the same lines. I think he's got a 9900K Super. So it all kind of like we did it right at like it was 6 months before all the new stuff dropped. And
just
people,
before COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, you lucked out, dude.
And actually, it's funny. So I bought my 2080 Ti secondhand. Who gave it to me for? There. Oh, sorry.
From where?
I got my 2080 Ti secondhand from a friend.
Okay.
And I won't go into how much or how little I paid for it, but it was a great price. After receiving it, not too long after, and this was like right as COVID was starting, I actually ended up having issues with it and returned it to manufacturer and got a brand new one back.
Fuck, dude.
And so at first, like everyone's like, "Oh, you bought a 2080 Ti. You should have waited. You should have 30 series, blah blah blah." And then all of this stuff happened, and I sat back and I was laughing. I'm like, "Oh, you all suck."
Dude, you lucked out so hard. I built my PC back in 2016. So I'm running a 1070 Founders, a 6700K, and 16 gigs of RAM. So it's not great. It's not great for now. It is at the point where I had a heart attack because I cannot stream Halo Infinite.
Yeah. I can,
and you know me, like the two of us, that's like the major thing that really got you and I talking was Halo.
Yep.
And I'm like, ouchie wouchies, I need a new PC. So I don't know what I'm gonna fucking do this December 8th. Like, I need to figure out. So my wife is taking a month off of work in December because her job is shutting down for a month.
Okay.
So we're not going to have her income for that month. So I have to, right now I'm saving up for a new car so that I can work DoorDash. When I made that analogy, that was like legit my plan right now.
Yeah.
I'm using like the little bit of extra income I get so that I can buy a car, so that I can work a shitload of DoorDash, so that I have money for December, so that I don't have to worry about December. And then I'm going to work a shitload of DoorDash to buy a new PC before December 8th.
God bless.
So if anybody wants to donate to the cause, you can. There's a tip jar here somewhere.
Man, God,
I'm just like, because not only
that's awful.
I made
now.
Go ahead.
Now, do you have like an Xbox at all?
I have an Xbox One S. So
now, I'm just saying you could play and stream through the PC.
Right. I can. But again, the One S was also one of those few things that everybody was saying, hey,
it's
just on the low end.
By. Yeah.
Like I think 960 is the absolute lowest that you can get by on, right? And mind you, I can't play Halo on controller. So I'm going to have to deal with playing Halo on controller on my Xbox.
If you go on Xbox, yeah.
And I'm just like, ouchies, I am hurting.
Yeah, that seems that's quite a predicament.
But see, that's the thing, right? So I have this money set aside for a car. If I cannot save enough for a car before December, then I have to put all of the money that I have set aside for a car just into our emergency fund to mitigate what she won't be making.
Yeah.
In which case, I'll have to restart saving money for a car come January, February, which again are the 2 fucky months. And then after I get a car, after January, February, I can build a PC. So it's either I get everything before December, or I don't see a new PC until April, which is my birthday. And I don't want to be 4 months, 5 months late to playing Halo Infinite properly.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, worst case scenario, playing it on the Xbox One S, because other than my PC, I've got a launch edition Xbox One. So that's quite dated. And never mind the fact that that's been halfway around the world at the point. That thing, I think that thing started its life in California, and then it's made its way to Cuba, and then now over to where I am now in Massachusetts.
Fuck. Dude.
So it's been up and down and around. So
wild,
yeah.
Dude.
Actually, so you want to actually know something hilarious that I literally so talk I think I mentioned this before we started up. So I was in the Navy for a bit.
Yeah.
When I joined the Navy, and this dates me, man, this really does. When I joined the Navy, right as I got out of boot camp is when GTA 5.
GTA 5, and repeat that.
So that's right when GTA 5 was released.
Okay.
Right?
So 2013.
Yeah. Good memory. Um, so when that was released, I was so hyped for it that I went to the nearest GameStop. I bought an Xbox with a copy of GTA 5, and then there's they call it the exchange. It's either like the personal exchange or on Marine Corps bases you'll see the Marine Corps exchange, but it's all the same shit. It's the military's Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought a TV, and because you were not allowed to, like, I was still in training, so I wasn't allowed to keep that stuff out in my room. I set up a TV, my Xbox, and my entire game. I set up my entire gaming system like in my closet, just so I could be able to lock it up and nobody would be able to mess with me. I was just like, all right, I got this. I'm gonna sit in my closet and play GTA 5 like while I can. And the best part was it came out like 28 days before I was supposed to leave that training. So I was still within the return period for all of it. I like 2 days before I left to go to my next station, I was like, all right, and return the TV, return the Xbox, return GTA. Goodbye.
Wow, dude. Oh, that's I mean, do what makes you happy, right? I'm one of those people that once I buy something, like, it breaks my heart to return it. I can't fucking return it. Unless it's like some fucky thing. Like,
have you ever tried to go on an airplane with everything you own?
No. I get where you're coming from, but like, I can't let go of like my consoles, dude. I just can't. It hurts my soul.
Get it, but at the same time, I hate holding on to trash. So I'll look at, like, I mean, I dug up a 360 recently, and I was like, when am I ever going to plug in this 360?
Send them to me. No, I'm serious. Like, dead ass, like.
No, it's long gone. I wish I knew, but.
I know. But, like, legitimately, and this goes for anybody, like, and I'll open up a P.O. box. You have a game system or a game that you don't want anymore, but you think would, like, really be, like, the right thing for a video or something. Send it to me, dude. I will fucking make a video out of it. Somebody sends me a game, I'll just be like, yo, fucking here's the game. Here it is. Here's my reaction to that shit.
The one thing I think I still have is I have all of my Halo games. So I've got Halo 1 and like just some regular ass box art. I've got the Halo 2, like I think it's the Legendary Edition. I don't know if that's
edition?
the one that came in like the metal case.
Yeah.
So I've got that one. Unfortunately, I only have the basic bitch Halo 3. I was broke at the time. I've got the Halo Reach edition with that one. I got the Legendary edition. I still got the statue in my closet.
Yo, I resell shit, and I don't talk a lot about this, but like, I resell shit. You know what I fucking found at a fucking Goodwill like a month ago?
If you tell me it's the Halo 3 Legendary helmet, no.
Halo Reach Special Edition controller.
Ooh.
Just the controller. And I have it here somewhere. I don't know where I put it, but
I've got mine on a bookshelf in another room.
And I had not seen it, dude. And this thing they were selling for $6.
Huh.
$6 at Goodwill.
Man.
And you know what's great about it? Is that it had batteries in it. But whoever tied it up, whoever priced it at $5.99, same price as any other controller, but it also had the recharge cable that came with like the rechargeable battery packs, but it was plugged into the controller. So I didn't
just
pay
thought
extra.
It was part of it.
I didn't pay extra for the recharge cable, and I wasn't gonna tell them otherwise. I was just like, y'all don't know what you're fucking selling? Sure, I'll fucking take it.
Man, I gotta go like thrift shopping more, and I gotta start digging through that kind of stuff.
I highly suggest it. In that same day, we found a Barbie, a Tinkerbell Barbie, right? Bought it for $5. Sold it for $50.
That's a good turnaround. I've thought about this,
dude.
I mean, like even going as far as and sorry for cutting you off, but like ahead. I've been even thinking about going as far as like storage locker auctions, like dude, stuff like that.
The thing is, so here's my thing, right? So I know video games, I know electronics. So it's really easy for me to go to a Goodwill, look in the electronics section, and just see things and be like, I can turn that around, I can turn that around, I can turn that around, I can turn that around. I look on eBay and I'm like, does this even sell and for what price? And if I can't make a 10 times higher profit off of that shit, I don't even fucking buy it.
So I've got this uncanny ability. I'm terrible at it, okay, mind you.
At what?
At math.
Yeah.
But I'm amazing at money.
Yeah.
I don't know how they don't like play with each other, because like I'll be able to look at something and know the price, and like something that I've never seen before, and I can give you kind of a ballpark where like I think that's probably about that much. And unless it's like some kind of crazy special edition, blah blah blah, like the value is based off of what people want of it.
Yeah,
like that kind. Like I wouldn't be able to do with like baseball cars.
Yeah, baseball cards I couldn't do. Pokemon cards I couldn't do. Now, if I saw like somebody selling 8,000 Magic cards at a garage sale for $20, I'd buy it.
Yeah, because you do the averages.
You bet your ass I will learn about that. But if it's one single card for $5 at a Goodwill, I'm not buying it because I don't know if that thing is even worth $5.
Yeah, it would be worth 8 cents, or it could be worth 200.
But if I'm buying 8,000 cards for $20 and I average $3, like between 20 cents and $3 per card, and I luck out and get one card worth $20, that's still a huge fucking profit.
So, something that I actually don't talk about too much. Again, I've been in the military forever. One thing that I love doing is like sports shooting. Mm-hmm. And there's a local firearms shop that I love. I actually grew up with the guy in high school that owns the place, and I go there just to kind of hang out. And I love first-person shooters, and I love just the aesthetic of everything.
Yeah.
I will walk into the store, and he'll show me something. Go, how much do you think this is? And I will call it by the penny. I will even tell him, I bet you bought it for this and you're gonna sell it for this. And he's like, holy shit, like you're dead on. And like by hundreds of dollars. And I'm like, all right. And same thing with furniture. I can look at furniture and be like, yeah, that table's probably like what, $300-400? Yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, I just randomly ADHD brain do go but like I just thought about like Legos, right? Legos, there are some sets that really just don't sell well because like they're so average, like they've been about for a long time. I just remembered I have like 8 Lord of the Rings and Hobbit Lego sets taken apart in a single bin in my hall closet. And dead ass, I'm going to make videos of me just making these things again. Like,
I mean, not for nothing, Lego buildings, it's a fairly popular like streaming thing.
but here's the thing, right? If I decide, you know what, I don't want to keep this Lego set, I'll build it completely on video to make sure that I know it works. And if it's all the pieces, which I guarantee you all of the sets have all their pieces, because
You don't mix and match.
I mean, they are all bunched together, but all of the pieces from each of the sets are there. But the thing is like, if I have the whole set and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna sell it, then people online that are like, well, I don't trust it. It's like, here's a video of me making it just to verify that every piece is there. Do you trust it now?
I mean, not for nothing, you could probably find people that'll buy it pre-made. I don't know the Lego market, so I don't know if
either. I mean, the thing is, they're already opened. So I'm already going to not get as much of a price because they've already been opened and they don't have their box. But if I build it and show, hey, look, this thing has all of its pieces, buy it for this higher price than what I would sell it to you, not knowing how many pieces were with it. But at the same time, I don't think I'm getting rid of any of the Lego Lord of the... Motherfucker, dude, I can't fucking breathe. Have the hiccups or some shit. I'm not selling any of the Lord of the Rings ones. Like, every time that I think, like, maybe I could, maybe I should, I'm just like, but what if I built a shelf and put them on the wall?
Again, if you wanted to go that route, that's always a route that's available. Like, if that's something that, you know what, because not only could you stream it, if you kept a static cam and you did like the word's blanking me right now.
Time lapse.
Yes, thank you. If you did a time lapse of it, throw that on YouTube, then it's like you're just hitting two markets right there.
Dude, easily I can hit a lot of markets. I can do the time lapse. I can do the jump cut edit of me talking over it, and I can do the stream, and I can sell it online if I wanted to.
Make that a Patreon reward, or
no, but seriously, Patreon, real quick, y'all, before I forget, fucking you got 4 days to become a patron, tier 2 or tier 4. Tier 4 gets both rewards, tier 2 gets only the pearlier one, but tier 4 gets a clay Pokemon that my wife and I are making, and if you're a tier 2 or tier 4, you get a Perler Bead Retro Bros logo keychain. Fucking become a patron now. Click on that link in the description. Do the thing. Give me money so I can buy a computer so I can play Halo Infinite. That's what this all comes down to. Oh, no. So I was talking about a personal project earlier, right?
Yeah.
I made a 10-hour video this last weekend.
Whew. Yeah.
I hit render on it on Friday.
Yeah.
It was 5 p.m. on Sunday when I got back to my desk, and it was fully rendered.
Oh my god. That's terrifying.
Mind you, I spent all day Friday editing this thing. I started the render at about 5 p.m. on Friday. It was Sunday at 5 p.m. that it was finished rendering. Yeah, I'm just like,
I'd be so scared of losing it to some form of an error. Like,
So
I wouldn't be able to leave my desk, like sitting there waiting.
Here's what I did, right? Because I knew that it could become an error. What I did is I took 20 minutes of the footage, right? Because it's a repetitive thing for 10 hours straight, and it's an experiment. So it's not even something that I'm going to actually advertise here. I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. Okay. In fact, it's still playing on my Xbox right now because I'm like testing the waters right now.
One of those memes like He-Man for 10 hours.
Something like that. It's like that. But what I did is I rendered it out for 10 minutes. And then I grabbed that video fully rendered and I put it across an hour. Just put it together 6 times. Merged it together so that it would like flow better.
Control-C, double it.
Oh yeah.
Do it again.
And then I rendered out that hour. And then I like closed that. I rendered out 3 hours. Rendered that and then put it to 10 hours. And that 10 hours took an extra 24 hours to render. So it was 24 hours for the 10 minutes to an hour to 5 hours. And then the last 10 hours took an extra 24 hours on its own.
That's crazy.
That's
absolutely crazy.
Mind you, if I had a better PC, that render would have easily taken half the time.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm going for like a high-end PC next time. Like higher than high-end. Like
even going back to it, like my PC, mine would have fucking chewed through that. And I mean, rendering is very CPU heavy, and even my CPU's not even like, it's not even considered top of the line anymore.
Top of the line is like what, 10, 11K right now? Something like that. I don't even know.
Something like that. I go more by core counts.
Yeah.
So the 9700 is it's an 8 core and it does not have hyper threading. So it's 8 core, 8 thread.
Yeah.
AMD's out there, man. AMD's sitting there with like 12 cores, 20 or 24 threads. Like, AMD will chew through render jobs, man.
Dude, they're fucking wild is what they are.
Again, like when I bought my CPU, it was a toss-up. And like really what it ended up coming down to, it was still in the realm of Intel has better gaming performance.
Yeah.
But what I'm kind of looking at now is keeping this rig as a gaming rig. And I kind of want to build out like an editing powerhouse and just get like a Threadripper and some crazy ass stuff.
My plan is I'm going to get a new PC, right? And this PC will become my wife's, but my goal is to try to buy both of us a PC at the same time, roughly. And then this PC will be my streaming PC and not even my gaming PC, because my powerhouse that I build is going to be like my editing PC and my gaming PC, because I'm not going to bother taking this thing apart anymore.
That's just going to end up being the
sorry, you just cut out for...
Man, this voice canceling, it sucks, doesn't it?
It really does.
No, but yeah, use that PC literally just to stream through.
I mean, it'll also be used to record. But that's the thing, though, is that it can record really well. It's got the Elgato HD 60 Pro PCIe card in it, which is why I can record games, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is like, this PC is not bad. It can do the job of recording. It struggles when it comes to gaming and recording simultaneously.
Yeah.
And if I can if I can get it to the point where it's just recording, I'll be set. That's
like, by no means are you running bad hardware.
No.
It's still comparable hardware. If like that, it would be a great gaming rig. I mean, like, if personally, I'd probably upgrade the GPU, but like, it would still be like again, a pretty good rig.
That's a price on its own.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, we intend on keeping this PC till its dying day. Like, I'm not getting rid of it. So it may as well be put to use, whether it become my wife's PC or it becomes my streaming PC. It's going to be used till the day it dies. But dude, I need a new PC. I'm at that point. What is that face?
So,
oh.
I was looking up, I was like, all right, well, a 1660 Ti can't be that expensive right now, right? Because, again, I'm thinking of the days where 1660 Ti was a couple $100. Like, all right, what, like $300? That can't be much.
Let me guess,
yeah.
1,000?
Well, not too far. At Walmart, it is the 1660 Super, not even the Ti, is $750.
Yeah.
And then I'm seeing some others like around $600, $700, $800 in between that range. Oh man.
Yeah.
What a day for GPUs.
I have a friend who his job is actually building PCs. And so he gets his hands on a lot of parts, so he's going to help me build my next PC. He's actually in chat right now, or he was, Safety Nomad. Yeah, he's going to be helping me like actually build a PC. We're getting close to the end here. So I wanted to play one final game with you.
Okay.
This is called This Day in Gaming. So I want you on your computer, look up This Day in Gaming on Google. You'll see a site. Right. You'll see a site that says MaybeGames.
Yeah.
Open that up and stay at the top of the screen.
Boy. Okay.
All right. So what we do here is we alternate. I start at the bottom of the list. You start at the top of the list. We meet somewhere in the middle where we just start listing off how old some of these games are, and of games that we find interesting. It does not have to be every single game. We're just looking at like for example, 1990 Batman for the TurboGrafx 16 version was released in Japan. Okay. 31 years or
1990. Oh man, yeah, that's getting, yeah, that's 31 years.
31 years.
Oh fuck, dude, I'm getting old. Oh no.
All right, your turn. Start at the top of the list, find a game you're interested in. We don't have to do it exactly alternating.
All right, well, 2020 had it's all shit. Then Cats Organized Neatly. Steam release, Windows version.
So that's already a year old, huh? I don't know what that game is.
Yeah, not a clue. I don't recognize any of the others.
Dude, Duke Nukem Time to Kill for the PlayStation, released in 98 today.
Okay. I actually don't think I played that one.
I never played any of the Duke Nukem games, but like, it's still crazy to see these things.
I played Duke Nukem 3D a lot. That was a big one for me.
Yo, did you ever play a game called Jet Force Gemini for the N64?
I don't think so.
My wife is obsessed with that game and begs me all the time for us to like film it for the channel. And we need 2 more players to actually play it because it's a 4-player co-op game, and I want all 4 players, you know?
I don't recognize it at all, so I'm going to assume no, I did not.
All right. That's fair.
I actually just
anyway.
had to look up a little bit.
Anyway, that came out in 99, so that's, 22 years old now? Fuck.
All right. 2019, so October 11th, 2019 was also a terrible day in gaming, and there's not a single thing that I recognize there. Nabuki version 0.9 came out on the iPad and iPhone.
Jet Force Gemini was great. Kyle here says that Jet Force Gemini was great. He liked playing as the dog because he had jetpack feet. Dude, I honestly have played so little of that game that I don't know what that means. But my wife, I'm sure, does. So, Kyle, make sure you're subscribed so that when we ever play that game for the channel, you'll see it pop up. Yo,
can I filter out iPad games because
there's not a filter out thing, but you'll just keep scrolling until you see something you're interested in. You don't have to find it per year. I've already skipped 10 plus years already.
There was a Call of Duty Black Ops 4?
Yeah.
Also, first off, it's also listed so it's in but instead of I5, it's I.
Yeah.
What? Also, apparently that came out today in 2018.
Dude, that's fucking wild. That's already 3 years old. Dude, that was the first Battle Royale Call of Duty game. Was Black Ops 4. Yeah. That's what that was.
Wow. My last Call of Duty that I played was
So I didn't actually hear what you said, but I read your lips as Modern Warfare 3.
Yes, Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah,
that's how old I am.
I mean, I bought Black Ops 4, and I played all of maybe 15 hours of that. I got Blops 3. I got Modern Warfare 3. I got I don't think I got any game past Blops 4. And again, I didn't play that game. It just kind of existed. Black Ops 2 was the last Call of Duty that I dedicated any amount of time to. And even then, Modern Warfare 2 takes everything and just blows it out the fucking water. Like, you cannot match that game.
Yeah, I played Black Ops 1. And then, Modern Warfare 3, and that was it for me.
Yes, we do have a Majora's Mask picture on the wall. It says, "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" And it has I need to do a vlog of the walkthrough of the house. Like, you can see the skeleton bro hanging out there in the background. I've got the Hylian shield and Master Sword hanging on this wall. I'm addicted to Carnage, so you know that Marvel movie that just came out, Venom versus Carnage, that shit.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking, I've got Carnage tattooed to my arm. I've got a Carnage action figure out of his box up here. I have 2 Carnage pop figures in the closet. I have a Carnage #1 hanging on the wall there. I have the Venom comic where Carnage had just released. I have literally every single, not every single one, but I have a ton of different Carnage comic books, and I have an unopened Carnage action figure up on the wall over here. And let me tell you, when I get more shelves, there's more shit gonna be going up on the walls here. It's gonna be fucking lit.
Man, I need to do background stuff desperately.
Dude, I need LEDs. Like, if it weren't for the fact that I need a car and a new PC and to save up, I'd have
Just
LEDs
other things
already.
in life that you need, yeah.
Those are like the three major things. And even then, a computer isn't necessary. It's not needed. But, like, it would be such a quality of life change that I kind of need it at this point, you know?
So, by the way, as you've been talking and I've been multitasking, in 2018, Luigi's Mansion was re-released on the DS.
On the what? On the 3DS?
On the 3DS.
That was in 2013 or 2014?
Or 2018.
2018?
Yeah.
Oh yes, Luigi's Mansion 1 got re-released for the 3DS.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I was thinking New Moon, and I'm like, that was a long time before then.
And then also, just because this one came up, and where the fuck did it go? All right, well, it's gone forever. Never mind.
Midway Arcade Treasures 2 came out in 2004.
Okay. In 2000, whoa! All right, so you're already you're getting up
Dude,
there.
There's
Just
a lot
whole
fewer.
lot of nothing.
There's a lot fewer games that come out between like the 80s and 90s until like the mid 2000s. Mid 2000s is where it picks up, and then like 2011 is when it's like, okay, iOS and Android and all mobile consoles and all the Rock Band everything forever.
So I have this is an entire block of what is this? There's Hellaborn, which I don't even know what it is. I'm assuming copter.
Oh, you're cutting out.
Sorry, when I face this direction, like when I'm facing away from the mic, it doesn't pick me up. So let me come into this side.
Oh yeah,
you can get my good side on the.
Oh yeah. Mwah.
So there's Hellaborn, which is listed 3 times, all Steam releases, but for Macintosh, Linux, and Windows.
Okay.
Then there's Hellaborn Air Shadow Camouflage, again listed for the 3. Hellaborn Civil Aviation Camouflage Pack, the Czech and Slavic Air Force Camouflage, Exclusive Camouflage Pack, Law Enforcement. It just go, and there's 3 for each of these packs.
Oh my fucking god, dude. You want to feel real old?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch a lot of Disney Channel in the mid 2000s?
I was more of a Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon kid than a Disney kid.
Okay.
But yes.
I'm sure you probably remember this name, but forgot it existed until now. Okay, everybody. Disney's American Dragon Jake Long Attack of the Dark Dragon released on the Nintendo DS in 2006.
Oh my god. All right.
You forgot that thing existed, huh? I sure did.
That show was a banger, okay? There was a couple shows on Disney that it was like, all right, watch this.
Yeah.
That was one of them. Corey in the House, obviously.
Dude, working at GameStop and getting Corey in the House calls about the Corey in the House DS game. That was the time.
Actually, this is a really good one. 2015, the Orion Trail came out on Steam.
I've not played that one.
Orion Trail is very obviously a rip of Oregon Trail, where you're in space rather than going across the American frontier.
Oh, great.
It's actually a pretty good. It's a pretty good game.
That's hilarious, dude.
Oh, and the Jackbox Party Pack, number 2, was released in 2015.
I'm looking here. Final Fantasy V Advance came out in 2006 on the Game Boy Advance. Super Metroid for the Wii, the SNES version, released in 2007 alongside Spider-Man Friend or Foe. Have not seen that title in a long time.
So I've got no idea what that is, but I want to know what this is. Star Wars Tiny Death Star launched for Android in Australia and New Zealand. So I don't know if this was a wide release. This was only to these two on this day.
I don't know. So some of these they release on like older, like they release in one country one day, and then like the next day they release in a different country. But because we're only seeing today specifically in history, we don't see when it initially released. We just see
actually
like
the
variation.
So I actually just looked it up. It released worldwide November 7th that same year. So 2013. So like a month later.
I swear I saw this somewhere, but Shrek Kart for the iOS released sometime in like the mid 2000s. I cannot find it for the life of me, but Shrek Kart exists apparently.
Right. So right above the Star Wars Tiny Death Star, just Tiny Death Star. It gets me, man. But Pokemon X, Y, and Y. I don't know why Italy is treated. It's Pokemon X, Pokemon Y, and then Pokemon Y, Italy.
No idea, dude. No idea.
I'm not gonna question it, but yeah. So those came out today in 2013. But even more surprising, going back 9 years, Dishonored came out. Steam, Xbox, PlayStation 3.
Are you a fan of Dishonored?
It was a fun game. It was fun. It was fairly unique for the time. I enjoyed it a lot.
I think because I unplugged my own headphones. Give me 2 seconds.
While we're waiting on him, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you. Are you back yet?
I am.
Okay. No, so I was saying, I had a lot of fun with Dishonored. It was, took me a second.
I've got
sorry,
Corvo's, you're all good. It's Corvo's mask right here.
Yeah.
And then it's the Outsiders symbol.
Yeah.
And of course the Dark Souls bonfire, because why not? And a hidden blade. Anyway, sorry, tattoos.
But yeah, actually, yeah, and then I saw the Skyrim one earlier too. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with Dishonored. It was a good one. I feel like it was a little underrated, but I liked the fact that it the way that you played it affected the outcome.
Yeah, I've played hundreds of hours of Dishonored. It's in my top 10 video games of all time. It's like up there with Gauntlet, Dark Legacy, Halo Combat Evolved, Mega Man X, like up there. Probably top 5 games of all time. I think Dark Souls 3 or Dark Souls 1 takes the 5th spot of those 5 games. Not saying that it's the 5th best out of them.
Yeah.
Like,
what game do you think you have the most time played in?
That's a good question, because realistically it's probably Fortnite. And I hate to say that, but it's true. I probably have
only
the
judging
most
you
time.
a little.
But like, you have to understand, I played like roughly 16 hours of that a day daily for 3 years.
Oh yeah.
So like, realistically, if I had to put that up against like my favorite games of all time, it holds nothing. But like, I played it a lot. It was a fun game for a while, and right now the only reason that I've been playing it a lot is because they released a specific skin in the game. Can you guess what skin that is?
Master Chief.
Actually, I already bought Master Chief last year.
But yeah.
But yeah, they released Carnage, and I'm just like, fine, you got me.
Yeah.
You heckin' did it. Fucking.
I feel like Fortnite's been doing that. That's like one thing they have been doing. They've been pulling out characters, like they've been getting licensing and like because they've had John Wick, they've had Thanos, they have Master Chief.
They have like half the Marvel universe, half the DC universe. They have Xenomorphs, they have Predators, they have G.I. Joe, like they've got Snake Eyes and Cobra agents. They've got I'm surprised they don't have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles yet. Like, I'm genuinely surprised they don't. Fuck, what else do they have? They have
I've like actually never played Fortnite.
Really?
Ever. First off, I'm not a huge fan of battle royales. And then on top of that, Fortnite just never looked interesting to me.
So tell me this then. You're not interested in battle royales. If they release a battle royale for Halo Infinite, will you play it with me? At least once.
I'd probably play it. I have tried. I played PUBG quite a bit when it was like
I
early on.
That was the first like battle royale game that I got into, and it wasn't sold to me as this is a battle royale. It was, hey, like you go in, you grab some guns, and you're up against every other player in the lobby. And I'm like, what do you mean every other player? And they're like, yeah, there's 100 players on this island. You can walk to every location on the island and fight them. And I was like, that is incredible, because like 2017,
it was a completely new thing.
Scope did not exist. And I don't know if have you gotten much spoiled about Halo Infinite for you? I have avoided all story spoilers, so I don't know.
I've avoided as much story spoilers as I could.
But you've heard the multiplayer spoilers?
Not really. I've honestly been avoiding as much as I can.
Okay. We won't talk about it then. I'm just excited for Halo Infinite, dude.
But yeah, like to kind of just to kind of get back to it, I've played PUBG, I played Apex, I played Ubisoft's one, whatever the I don't know, it came out for like
Royale.
a month.
No, not Realm Royale.
No,
that was a different one.
I don't know. It was the one that was like different districts of the city were disappearing, and
oh yeah,
I don't know. Whatever the Ubisoft one was, I played that for a little bit. They never clicked. PUBG was fun for a bit, but I got so frustrated because I was always like the last 2 or 3 teams and would die. I'd never actually win.
Yeah, for a long time I would play PUBG, and like I'd get to the top 3 teams, I wouldn't have a single kill, and then I'd die. And it's like my rotations were really good, and that was before I really got good at the game. Now, if you told me, hey, Joss, hop on PUBG, I could probably walk away with like an 8-kill game, and I haven't touched the game in a year and a half. Like, that's how confident I am about my overall skills of the game.
Now, you want to know something real nutty?
What's that?
So back to the question of what game do you think you put the most time in? I don't know the exact amount of time that I played, but I can tell you that I played.
You just cut out. You said over 1,000 hours something.
No, so I don't know how many hours, but I have put in more than 20,000 custom games in Halo.
Fuck, dude.
That's just custom game. That's not even including the ranked. I think I had some. I think I had like 5,000.
You keep cutting out. So
Yeah, I know, it's awful. I hate Discord. But yeah, I've got like 5,000 ranked games, and I had like probably 10,000 social games or whatever they called them back then.
Yeah.
But I just remember having that many custom games. Like that is what I did all of high school.
That's fucking wild, dude. I'm looking at my Steam because my Steam has a good idea for some of the games, not all of them by any means. But here I have PUBG at number 1. I have 1,816 hours in. Dark Souls 3, 670 hours. Dishonored 2, 432 hours. Dishonored 334 hours. Skyrim 320 hours, Dark Souls Remastered 171 hours, a different version of Skyrim with an extra 154 hours, Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition 115 hours, Dark Souls 2 with 75 hours.
I actually have 997 in Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, dude, I cannot get into Siege, dude.
And that is only PC. That's not even counting my Xbox days.
Dude, all of my Skyrim and Dark Souls counters, they're not counting the fact that I own Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition on my PC, Dark Souls Remastered on my PC, Dark Souls Original Edition on my Xbox One, Dark Souls Original Edition on my Xbox 360, Dark Souls Remastered on my Switch, Dark Souls 2 on my 360, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin on my Xbox One, Dark Souls 2 on my Xbox One, Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin on my PC, and Dark Souls 3 on my PlayStation 4, and Dark Souls 3 with all of the DLC on my PC. Like,
now, even worse than that.
Yeah.
So I found out the Steam, like that playtime, it doesn't actually record your playtime if you're playing offline. Probably so you can't do crazy things like make it seem like that you played for 10,000 hours, crazy thing like that. But there was a lot of time on deployment that I played offline because, yeah.
Oh, dude, it's such a
I couldn't actually tell you how much I have in Skyrim. I probably 300-400 hours at least.
So along the lines of game you have the most hours in, what game have you bought the most copies of?
Like, of the same game?
Of the same game.
Like not including title series or...
I mean, if it's like Master Chief Collection, you count that for part of your Halo 3, that can count, but...
Because if you want to count it that way, I also bought ODST.
Oh.
Like, it gave you the Halo 3. But I gotta say, probably Minecraft. Minecraft's...
I bought
that
Java
was just...
Edition. I bought it for the Windows 10. I bought it for the PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Switch, 2 copies for the Switch, a second copy for the PS4.
I think I bought a disc copy for the 360, and then I bought the digital copy for it.
Yeah, same.
And then on then the Xbox One edition and the Windows edition. Yeah, Minecraft made it too easy. It was like $20, so you're always like, whatever. It's $20 or like the $5 upgrade.
Everybody complains about Skyrim. Skyrim's my number 2 most purchased game. All right, so we got a copy of Skyrim for the 360 from my wife's uncle. That copy broke, so I bought a second copy, and because like you're out one copy, so you're like whatever, I'll just buy a different copy. Bought a second copy, and then it went right down the rabbit hole. I got the second copy. My wife got a 360. She wanted Skyrim, but it was right when the Legendary Edition dropped. So we got all the DLC for both of us. So we both had a copy of Skyrim with the DLC. And then I got a PC, and I found the Elder Scrolls Anthology that has all 5 Elder Scrolls games. Mind you, this thing goes for $130, right?
Yep.
I had $40 in my pocket. This thing was on sale for $30.
Okay.
And the packaging,
probably less than what Skyrim was going for anyways.
The packaging was damaged. So I made them take 10% off of that. I paid $28 for all 5 Elder Scrolls games. Anyway, so I bought that. And then they announced Skyrim Special Edition. So I'm like, all right, fucking bet, whatever. Buy a copy for my wife. And then I find out, you need to have a digital copy on Steam in order for the automatic upgrade to the Special Edition. So I bought the digital version of Skyrim on Steam, separate from the disc that I had, so that I could get the Special Edition. And then I bought the copy for one of my friends, who like a month later sold his Xbox One. But I bought him a copy for his Xbox One. And then I want to say, I think the next time I bought it was for the Switch. And that's for my wife. And I've talked myself out of buying it for the Switch. I've talked myself out of getting it for the PS4. Do I really love your mother? Yes, Retro Bros loves your mom. That is
True facts.
I mean, like, Retro Bros loves your mom. That's, I don't know what else to tell you. God, I fucking loved that joke we fucking made that joke. Episode 5 of Halo Combat Evolved. We had to call my mother for something. I cannot remember. I'm really glad to hear this info. Good. I'm glad, because it's important that you know that Retro Bros loves your mom. God, but episode 5 of Combat Evolved, we fucking made a phone call to my mother. I cannot remember what the conversation was, but you should go and watch it. It's good. It's a good conversation. Wholesome as fuck. That was when we decided that Retro Bros loves your mom.
Right on. All right.
I don't know where we were going. ADHD go brr.
Honestly, I have no idea, but I know where I'm going, and that's in my bed.
Sleep. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube. YouTube.com/Retro Bros. Make sure that you also subscribe to Sardonic Games. I don't know what the exact
Sardonic Gaming. YouTube.com/Sardonic Gaming. You'll find it.
Boom. There you go. Y'all got it. You'll find links in the description below. Just go and fucking do the thing. Give us money too if y'all feel so inclined.
Just give me money.
Just give me money.
That's all that matters. Yeah.
That's all I'm here for. I just want money. But it is bedtime for us. And by bedtime, I mean I'm probably going to be up for another 3 hours, but it's bedtime. So we're gonna call it here. Thanks for everyone hanging out with us. We kind of went off on a crazy train today.
Yeah, that usually happens.
But it was a lot of fun. That's what matters. Scott, thank you for joining me, and hopefully we can get you in for another session sometime, or maybe we can just record some videos for each of our channels and just do some crossing the streams, if you know what I mean.
Well, I don't know. I was always told don't cross the streams, so we'll have to work on that. So
we'll talk about it. Off
yeah,
camera.
yeah. You get your people to call my people.
Wait, I am my people. What do I do then?
I don't have people, so good luck.
All right, everyone, have a good night. Bye.